Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. And with most of the season in the books, the power rankings have really taken shape. You look at Indiana, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they wanted the top spot badly, and they did just that. A real testament to both their chemistry and work ethic.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Williams is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Zach Edey. Then there's John Morant. And for the Timberwolves, up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's MP in at the pivot, manning the middle. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Wasted no time on that one.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Edey, and the dunk by Edey.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
McDaniels outside. From outside, off the mark. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce, courtside. Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the two things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Guys?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor, as complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
For three, Edwards. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Morant, the bounce pass. And the dunk by Edey.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Here's Morant. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by MP. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Edwards, that's good.
He's coming to work, ready to ball. Hitting 3 of his first 4 shots. Okay.
Outside Williams. Pass to Edey. Jackson has the open look. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Some bigs develop range over time. Jackson, he's been dropping daggers since day one.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Another possession, another assist.
And can you believe he's now 3rd all-time in assists for a rookie? He's looking like shades of Stockton or Nikola Jokic out there. Walking highlight reel.
And guys, with him at the helm, this team more efficient by opening up the perimeter and creating more scoring opportunities. And another assist for him.
And dish after dish, night after night, what a rookie year he has put together. Now 2nd all-time for assists among first-year players.
His instincts and his timing are phenomenal. You know, his teammates clearly love him and the way he plays and involves everyone in the offense. Very unique for a young player. Back to DiVincenzo. Down low. Edey with the steal. And McDaniels with the block. And Picked off by McDaniel.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Johns, we thank you for the report. Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple. And so, MP will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Just 5 on the clock. Aldama passes to Jackson. 7 for 3. That shot off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Out to Edwards. MP outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's Ingles outside. It's good on the putback.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Pippen. 14 points from him the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was. And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Pippen outside. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Right back after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. We've got Santi Aldama. Rozier's out there with Scottie Pippen. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Jackson in at the force line. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, ABC in the last matchup against the Nuggets was outstanding. He dropped 50 points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He was clearly on a mission, and no one was getting in his way. A flat-out dominant performance.
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Jackson dishes to Clark. And good that time. Clark's got his first bucket of the night.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
There's McDaniels. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, MP.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
Here's Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got 7.
just muscling it home from there. Jackson is no stranger to having to work over strong defense.
So, RJ, when you think about Jaren Jackson, defense is the first thing that comes to mind, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Triple J is a force. He's a perennial candidate for all defensive honors, and I'm glad I didn't have to shoot on this guy.
Morant takes off. Stolen by Reed. Here's McDaniels. And it falls over the rim and in. McDaniels got 7 now in this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
DiVincenzo against Pippen. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over McDaniel. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jackson. Here's MP. No good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And here, late in the season, a good time now to follow up on our Rookie of the Year race. Which young players have separated themselves as the best of the bunch? You know, there have been moments for him this year, but overall, it just doesn't look like he'll finish near the top of the list.
And although he's not even among the top 10 rookies right now, he's still one of my picks to make some big strides in his sophomore season.
It's possible, but I was waiting for him to make some big strides this season, and it never really happened. Even so, he still had a better season than a lot of other rookies.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Jackson. MP finds McDaniel. Took him no time at all on that one. McDaniel's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Timberwolves. And here is Clark. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Morant passes to Aldama. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screen. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Pass to Jackson. Over MP, and Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 13.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Every year, it seems like Randall's playing with more awareness. That's why you can now run the offense through him.
59 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Jackson, and that one hits back iron.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
I've got to tell you, the athleticism of MP is really showing off right now.
There's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Trains the three-pointer. Jackson's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Jackson's been shooting it with so much confidence. Defense, they can't really slow him down right now.
And that one drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Jackson to the paint. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And the dunk by MP.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
And And so it's Minnesota in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey, everybody. Well, right now for Minnesota, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I obviously love watching them. Everyone enjoys good offense, right?
Yeah, played the right way. I can't think of a more beautiful game in all of sports. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is up,
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
The wingman, Edwards, and McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with MP. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Richard the dynamic Ja Morant. He is an absolute fan and broadcaster favorite.
I'm trying to think of a more exciting player than Ja Morant, and I'm coming up short. Ja doesn't just make plays, he makes memories.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. All right, a chance to check out stats for MP.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding them and feeding them.
Pass to Jackson. Outside Williams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And the rejection by MP. McDaniels passes to ABC. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way. That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
From 10 feet out, Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Jackson. McDaniels against Williams. A 3-ball by Morant.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on the offense right now.
And MP throws it down.
Oh, nice Nice read there from Edwards, and he's all for sharing the wealth.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. Pass to Edey. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And here's Jackson over Randall. Jackson misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
Looks like MP's been practicing those in his backyard growing up.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And so here's Memphis. To the inside. Here's Edey. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender, Porter.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Timeout. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
And the rejection by MP. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. So on the floor for Memphis, Jaren Jackson is out there with Vince Williams. Then there's Ja Morant. Then there's Edey.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. From down in the low post, it goes. And that's now 30 points for MP.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Inside, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson rolling off the pick, can finish with either hand or just rise and fire.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. The youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teams. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing. How about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in the men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you have to love the effort this team plays with night in and night out, win after win this year. And they have earned it tonight. Will make it 62 wins on the year for them.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for ABC.
And there's no question his defense set the tone for his team and gave them the rim protection they needed. Outstanding effort.
Timberwolves passing it around. Clark for three. Edey with the rebound. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Morant looking around. Stolen by Conley. Ingles kicks to Clark. Pass to MP. Pulls it up. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution.
Earlier today, your coach said that champions play like champions before becoming champions. No rings for tonight's win, obviously, but was your effort tonight, particularly on the glass, inspired by his words?
I was inspired by what we needed to do to win, Dominic Kemmel. Coach is great at keeping the big picture in view, but sometimes you got to go out there, stop thinking, and let that beast out. Tonight, that meant double-digit rebounds, but what's important is I played by instinct, letting the animal out.
Certainly did, MP. Good game.
Thank you.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Dominic,